We have the Six of Action. So I will read this to you. What a wonderful experience for you. Your project is a total success, bringing awards, promotions, or other recognition for your efforts. Well done. If someone who can help you offers assistance, know that this person is heaven sent and say yes. Boy, that settles it, doesn't it? Now remember that. That's really super good advice for those of you. Wow. Okay. The overall energy of this reading, it's a two-part reading. The overall energy is the Knight of Wands. This is what we're going to be talking about. This is an energy that runs in and out of people's lives. I mean, they're not grounded. They're not stable. If they're a lover, they run in with the staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, and they run out with the staff of passion. So they're they're not secure at all in your life. So this is what we're going to talk about. I feel like I have the Knight of Cups up in your highest energy here. This is a sincere love offer. Now, a couple of things might be happening here. You might be recognizing the Knight of Wands for being the Knight of Wands, okay? They may have come in with a sincere cup of love, but then they started running in and out, and then now you don't know what to expect. Or another thing that could be happening is they could be changing. This Knight of Wands could be changing from carrying the staff of fresh starts, new beginnings, and then running out the staff of passion. They might be changing into the Knight of Cups, which is a very sincere love offer. Let me just keep reading. I'll make up my mind as we go along. I have Temperance here right next to the Knight of Cups and right above the Knight of Wands. I feel like this is the same person, or we're talking about two choices. And I just don't see the choices as of yet. So right now they're the same person. I have the Temperance here. And Temperance, this is your guardian angels and spirit guides. They're all around you. Their job is to help you be tempered. So they're trying to help you be grounded, balanced, and patient. They want you to be a little more patient. And it's right next to the Knight of Cups and above the Knight of Wands. So there's something going on here. There's some type of changes that are happening, and they're just saying, hold your horses. And hold your horses is kind of a pun because they're both on horses. I have the Hangman here next to Temperance. They're saying, go inside. Just take your time. Hang out. Be enlightened. This is the card of enlightenment. So all the blood is rushing to this person's head, and they're being enlightened. So the more clear that you become about a situation, the easier it is to make decisions on how you're going to move forward. And they want you to go through this process of enlightenment. Very spiritual card there. So is Temperance. I have the Two of Swords under the Knight of Cups and next to the Knight of Wands. Oh, yeah, see, I feel like Temperance is saying don't give up hope on this relationship as of yet. You have your blindfold on, you have your heart is guarded, your arms are across your heart, your swords are up in self-protection. And look at the moon. The moon is back there, you don't see it. It's trying to shine a path forward for you. You don't see it because you have your blindfold on. So you haven't really dealt with this situation, but it's wearing on you. And so you haven't approached. I don't think you've approached this person, whoever it is, as of yet, about how it's making you feel. But you are feeling guarded, and you're hoping it works its way out. I have the Six of Cups next to the Knight of Wands and under the Hanged Man. So the Six of Cups, this is a soulmate card. It could be someone you've known for many, many years. In this lifetime, you might have just known them earlier, like as children or college years or before, and you've reconnected. You've definitely known them from another lifetime, because this is a soulmate card, and it's sweet. Look at all those cups of love. It's a very sweet card, very sweet feeling. All those cups have flowers in them. This is under the Hanged Man. So it's almost like Temperance is saying now, don't just focus on what is not going right. Remember how you feel when you're with them. Remember the love. Remember, don't give up too fast, okay? Let me just keep reading. I have the Five of Cups under the Two of Swords. You are disappointed in love. I think it's because they're acting like the Knight of Wands. That is very disappointing. It's like every time they leave, you feel down and kind of rejected and just kind of low on love. Like all three of these cups are face down, but there's two cups of hope right there above this figure. So there is hope in love still. And I think that's what they're trying to get across to you. So you're not feeling really good about the situation, but Temperance is always for a reason, to help make you tempered, patient. And for some of us, that is like one of the most difficult things that we could possibly do, is be patient and tempered. But they're really trying to help you. They're doing their best. I have the Ace of Swords next to the Five of Cups and under the Knight of Wands. Look at all that enlightenment here. All that truth and clarity. It just kind of makes everything, like next to the Five of Cups. What a contrast. It's like renewal through truth and clarity. So perhaps there's conversations that are going to be happening here. Perhaps you need to have a conversation. This is not with a blindfold on, this Ace of Swords. This is right out there, being truthful, being honest, and both sides. And it's with that Knight of Wands energy, okay? So I have the Chariot here. This is part of your question. The Chariot, this is the card for Cancer, by the way. Oh, and also Temperance is a card for Sagittarius. That might be strong in your chart or someone else's. But here we have the card for Cancer. That might be strong in someone's chart here around this reading. But the Chariot is all about moving forward. So this is, part of what you need to know. Are you going to be able to move forward with this soulmate, or are they just going to keep running in and out of your life? Let's see what the rest of the cards have to say. There's always a reason for Temperance to be here. Well, I have the Two of Pentacles, and that's next to the Hangman. Yes, you're confused about this relationship. It's like they're almost like a split personality, okay? They have love, they act loving, but then they take off, And it really keeps you going back and forth. You're trying to stay balanced. Temperance is here to help you try to stay balanced about security, stability, on whether or not there's any hope for this relationship to move toward the future. And right next to the Two of Pentacles here, you're going to get some enlightenment about that. And right next to the Two of Pentacles is the Hermit, the card for Virgo. Virgo might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But what the Hermit is doing here, it's very spiritual. This is telling me you are spending time alone, like with the Hangman, but you're also seeking your path forward. Like, what do I do here? Because you're on the fence. You're on the fence about whether to stay in or get out of a relationship. So they're lighting the lantern shining the light here on your path forward in the dark. And one thing that they want you to know is they know you're confused. They know you want to be grounded and stable. They know it's not easy, but this is also a spiritual lesson, and they want you to know that. You're waking up to a spiritual lesson. Very difficult to get through spiritual lessons. There's your guardian angels again. And they're blowing this horn down on you. And look at all those people. They're like, I get it. I hear it. I get it. I'm learning a spiritual lesson here. And it's the spiritual lesson that this is all kind of hanging in the balance on whether they're going to settle down and be the Knight of Cups, or they're going to continue to be the Knight of Wands. You need to realize what got yourself into this situation. One of the things is this Fool's energy, okay? I know they're a soulmate, and I know that was a strong connection. This is under the Two of Pentacles. You're very confused about this relationship that I'm talking about. If this is your reading, this is a general reading that will not resonate with everyone. So, the Fool here, though, it's fun. It's living in the moment, throwing caution to the wind, living day by day. It's just bouncing along with your head in the clouds until you come to the edge of a cliff And then that's when things start to fall apart. Because one person, and it's you, starts to look towards the future, and the other person that might want to, they act like they want to stay in the energy of the Knight of Wands. Very confusing. This is a soulmate connection. You don't want to lose that connection. So you're like, you feel like you're caught between a rock and a hard place on this, in this relationship, if this is your reading. I have the Five of Pentacles next to the Fool and under the Hermit. Yeah, you've been spending time alone, and it might not be by choice. It might be that they ran in and ran out, and you haven't seen them for a little while. So, male or female on these Knights of Cups and Knights of Wands. All the cards are male or female. Well, here we have the Five of Pentacles, and look, she's holding a cell phone, and it's like waiting for them to call, wondering when they'll be back. You feel left out in the cold. And disregarded as far as that goes. So you don't feel secure and stable at all. And that's what you want. That's what you need from a relationship, right next to the Fool. So next to the Five of Pentacles is a Nine of Pentacles, and that's under the Judgment card. And so your guardian angels and spirit guides, part of your judgment is realizing that, hey, you have a lot more going for you than you might even realize. The Nine of Pentacles is very self-assured, secure, stable, grounded. Look at all those pentacles. You have a lot to be thankful for in your life. If this is or is not, whether or not this is the right person or the right soulmate for you to move forward with, you're good on your own. So you don't have to have somebody in your life. There are some people out there that think they have to have someone in their life all the time. Well, you don't have to. You can do things on your own. It's like just being self-confident, about your own capabilities and yourself and your worth, your self-worth. I have the King of Cups under the Fool and next to the Chariot. This is water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. So there you are, Scorpio. One of those might be strong in someone else's chart too around this reading. Under the Fool card. So you have this huge cup of love, and you don't know whether you're moving forward with this huge cup of love or not. They're very confusing. It's a very confusing relationship. It's under the Fool. I feel like you leaped into this relationship a little too soon, just because of that connection that was there, that Six of Cups. But you do have this huge cup of love. You're not handing it out, really. You're holding it close, and I think you want to hand it out. I think that's the whole point. You want to move forward with this person. So next to the King of Cups is the Seven of Cups. And that's under the Five of Pentacles. Feeling left out in the cold? Next to the King of Cups, the Seven of Cups. All these cups, they're like screaming, pick me, I'm the right cup for you. But not one of them is the right cup for you. They all have something else in them that takes precedence over love. So if it's taken precedence over love, how can you have a full cup of love coming in or a sincere cup of love coming in? You want this cup. You don't want one of these, but you feel like that's what's going on because of their actions, and so you pull back your love. And then I have the Star next to the Seven of Cups and under the Nine of Pentacles. There's a lot of healing that needs to go on here. This is the Star, the card for Aquarius. So Aquarius might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. I feel like Temperance just wants you to be patient and grounded and just kind of, they need you to heal because you're going through a spiritual lesson here. They need you to remember who you are. They need you to remember that you are good on your own. You don't have to put up with anybody running in and out of your life and leaving you disappointed in love. So the truth will come out. The truth is definitely going to come out about what do they want from you, Why do they keep running in and out of your life? I don't have the Seven of Swords. I don't have anything that tells me there's a third party, but it just feels like they, maybe you weren't dealing with it, so they figured this is all okay with you. So this conversation really needs to happen to know which direction that you're moving in. I do kind of feel like you might be moving with them since the Chariot is right under the Six of Cups. But I don't think you can until you get your self-worth, until you realize that you are worth more than having someone run in and out of your life. And that's going to come from truth and clarity through this conversation. So I think that's why temperance is here. I think temperance is trying to slow you down from making a rash decision because you haven't finished your spiritual lesson yet. And that is all about healing to your bare bones, remembering what you want, what you don't want, who you are. And they're telling you, hey, look, you're the Nine of Pentacles. You need to remember that in moving forward in life.